Hello, everybody. Sam Tom here. I am answering your musical questions. I asked you what you wanted to know from me, and somebody asked me what is the coolest song to play on the melodica, in my opinion. Now, I have two melodicas of two different sizes. I couldn't tell you offhand how many keys they have, but one has more than the other. And I'll be honest, I don't play my melodica a whole lot, either one of them. But I don't have a straight answer to your question. I don't have a coolest thing that I play on the melodica, but I do have kind of a roundabout, more broad answer to your question that I want to get to, but it's going to take me a while to get there. So let's talk about what the melodica is, first of all. So structurally, it's similar to a harmonica, right? A harmonica. Where's my harmonica? Oh, gosh. Ugh. A harmonica is a chamber that has reeds inside the holes, right? So when you blow over the reed, you get a pitch, right? And if you blow over more than one, you get multiple pitches, which is harmony, right? Which is why it's a harmonica. With the harmonica, sometimes you can get different pitches when you are sucking air in versus blowing air out. Whereas on melodicas, you just get the one direction, right? But on a melodica, as opposed to a harmonica, you focus more on melodies as opposed to harmonies. But just like the harmonica, there are reeds inside. So you blow into tube, and you push a key. And when you push that key, you open the access for the air to go over that reed. And so you get individual pitches that are a lot easier to control than on something like a harmonica. So, in a sense, you can play, I'm not going to say anything, but you can play the melodica similarly to a keyboard, right? If I wanted to play my scale. And technically, you could try to play chords with the melodica. The issue is that you are the power supply, right? You're the air supply. So the more airways that you open up on the melodica by playing things like chords, the harder it is to make those sound because you're gonna need more and more air to do that. And in particular, the farther up the keyboard you go, if you're playing lower notes and higher notes, those higher notes aren't necessarily always going to speak as well because the air is just going to come out the nearest spot that it can. So if I don't change the amount of air I'm blowing, this is much louder when it's by itself, much quieter when you're playing it with the chord. So it's difficult to play music with both chords and melodies on a melodica because it just takes a lot of air. But also, on a regular keyboard, the notes make noise when you press them, right? But on a melodica, the notes make noise when you press them and there is air coming through, right? And so to try to play a different type of rhythm with the left hand than the right hand, it's very difficult because all the rhythm is coming from your mouth. So it's a little bit tricky. So for me, if I want to play something on a keyboard type instrument, I will usually just play a keyboard or my piano. What the melodica is very useful at, though, is playing while moving, right? This is very easy to pick up. It's got a handle. It's got a hose. So it's very easy to walk around while playing simple melodies. Not full songs, not chords. It's very hard to do two hands while you're walking around, right? But with this hand strap here, one hand melodies, it's very easy to play while walking around. First time I ever saw a melodica, I didn't even know what it was at the time. I was in college. And there was another classmate of mine, and they come with mouthpieces that are, instead of a hose, they're just a stiff plastic mouthpiece. They go about that long, and you play it kind of like this. And that's the configuration he was using it in. But he was just walking around campus playing the melodica, right? And different people were like, oh, that's really interesting. I've never seen that before. That's cool, blah, blah, right? And it was kind of like a conversation starter, right? But the reason I bought a melodica is because of a video that I saw. And I will put it in the description or put it in the comments, whatever is appropriate to whatever platform you're watching this video on. And this is my broad answer to your question. The coolest thing you can play on the melodica is what people want to hear, right? And so this video that I saw was of this tiny little girl, not a little girl, a woman, but small frame, shy, introverted girl at some kind of Comic-Con or something like that. And she was going around to people dressed up as different characters from different properties and playing melodies from that IP, right? So if she saw a Stormtrooper, she would play some Star Wars music. If she saw an Ash or a Pikachu, she would play Pokemon music. When she saw Elsa, she would play Frozen music, right? And she's just going around this Comic-Con or whatever, playing music that she knows these people that she's nearby are going to recognize and appreciate. And she like followed them, right? So she wouldn't like get in front of them, right? She's not like, hey, listen to this. No, she like kind of did it, not sneaky, but like low key, right? And they'd be like trying to figure out where it was coming from. And when they found her, she would laugh and giggle and run away, right? And it was just, it's such a wholesome video because like I've been to Comic-Cons and things like that, right? And there's all sorts of people that are dressed up because they enjoy it, right? And then there are people that go to the costume contest to let other people see that their work, right? And there's lots of people that take pictures of those things. And like, never have I seen someone whose main purpose is to enhance their experience, to enhance other people's experience, right? Like, it's cool to go and see people in costume, but that doesn't really enhance my experience of being there, right? It's a cool thing to see, right? But when those people who are putting on a show of sorts get someone else that comes and supports them, it's so wholesome. It's so neat. It's such a cool thing. And she's so cute and adorable and sweet about it. You know, like I said, she runs away afterwards. So it's not like she's trying to, I don't know, impress anybody even. She's just trying to make these people's experience better because they make other people's experience better. And it's a great video. Like I said, I'll link it somewhere. Definitely go watch it. But that, I think, is something that I will always tie to the melodica. Certainly you could do it with something else, right? You could walk around with a trumpet and do stuff like that. But like, A, it's more dangerous because your trumpet is sticking out, right? B, trumpets are pretty loud. I mean, melodicas can be loud, but they're pretty low key. But C, I think the best part of it was that it's not obvious when she's got the hose up and the melodica down kind of out of sight. It's not obvious. So like seeing these people try to figure out where that's coming from, that's part of the fun. Whereas if you're walking around with a sousaphone, they're gonna get it right away. So I'd like to do kind of like a Christmas caroling version of that, where I just take a melodica somewhere, play some Christmas music, walk it through Walmart or something. I don't know. I think that'd be really fun. I probably won't ever do that, but I think that'd be really fun. That's what I think the melodica is great for. That's why I bought 2 of them. That's why I don't really use mine very often, because I don't find myself willing to put myself in that situation that often. So I'm sorry that wasn't a more straightforward answer to your question. I hope it was kind of satisfying, though. If you have any other questions about music, of any kind of musical questions, throw those in the comments below. If you have a song you think is best suited on melodica, put that in the comments below. I know there are like the melodica guys or like people that dress up in cool costumes and do cool stuff on the melodica. That's really cool, but I think just playing stuff for other people is a little bit cooler. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.